Hey guys, Giggles Gaming here. Welcome back to yet another video. In today's video, we will be talking about Renacita. So let's go over a review of the story. So essentially, we get invited to the Montelli's family. After that, we end up meeting up with Brent and Roshia because you somehow fell in the water. And you find Zani after going to Renacita. She introduces herself as a banker at the Avocado Bank. After that, you spend your time thinking that it's a date and you proceed to get ganked by some rich room dancers. After that, you then find out who caused this. So you go to some camera dude to get some more information. After that, you go ahead and talk to Nyarla. And then you meet Carlotta for a little bit, and then you go to the Order's Palace to track down some dude. Meet up with Cristoforo, which gives off Mad Otto vibes, I tell you myself. He is indeed him. Then you proceed to leave, as if something is more important than helping us. After doing some story quests, you meet up with Freebie in some windmill area and proceed to stalk some dude. And he is an edgy weeaboo who hasn't taken a shower in 3 years. Heck, I wouldn't be surprised if Io the Riddler was the god he was talking about. You then proceed to beat his ass mercilessly. Or at least until he spills his beans, because like all anime villains do, they spill their beans right before they do something. And after that, Freebie and Zani stay behind to keep an eye on Mr. Gilberto. This whole thing goes down, right? And then you go down to the Nimbus Sanctum because earlier they were talking about the Nimbus Sanctum, and you meet up with Carlotta on the boat unbeknownst to you. You meet up with Freebie and Zani at the Sanctum afterwards, and after that's done, you solve the pieces of Exodia and you fight the extra large figure shorekeeper that you kept in your back room. Lorelei, the dummy thick shorekeeper, is freed from the fool's control. After glazing your holy queen Lorelei, well, we meet up with the Avocado Bank, and then we proceed to pull off the greatest heist mission of all time. We attempt to riz Carlotta. And we go through this whole mission just to get Carlotta on board with us. Yes, I know this was supposed to be important to the plot, but I can't tell you enough how much this looks like a hard to get romance story. After you fight some mechanized gargoyles and leave for the tower ruins, of course we couldn't forget our Germanized Italian bodyguard, Yatsani. So we leave her overworking like the slaves in the endless basement. We find the ruins and uncover the secret behind the Enlightened one. Well, after assembling the pieces of the puzzle and getting some nice cutscene, some Order goons come find us, and they proceed to get glassed down by Carlotta because they are NPCs. After almost beating up all of them and almost killing one other dude, the priest Alessio comes up and prevents us from stepping on another one of his beloved devoted swindlers. At this point, we know where this is going. Carlotta gets blackmailed and proceeds to NTR us like the rest of the blackmailed ones. Well, kudos to us, it was all a misunderstanding, and of course, it was intentional that she betrayed us. Well, maybe the Rover can finally step up from being a cunt. And God forbid, why the heck do all the villains lead the main character knowing the mishap was intentional? Who knows, but it works every goddamn time. We're then separated from our glorious wife and set off in the unknown. Fortunately enough, we meet up with wait, that's the wrong one. That's from Hong Kong Impact. We meet up with the Bone Dragon and proceed to fight all his goons. Somehow get knocked off the bridge. How the heck does this happen, bro? You're the Rover. Can't you fly? Anyways, we meet up with Roshia and later meet Brant. Bro almost gets his head chopped off by Roshia, and we meet up with a homeless man. We find out that these guys were on a pilgrimage towards death, and nothing could redeem their unsatisfying ends. God forbid I had to save these poor souls because they can't even save themselves. Well, we end up fighting the Bone Dragon and defeating it. It was quite an easy fight, and I lost a 50-50, so fuck you. This is the last one.
No, 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 no.
Fuck! After our arduous journey, of course, we land in the homeless grounds of Renacita, the clown base, or you could call it the festivals of the homeless, or what Techno likes to say, finesse pizza party. We get to know the people of this area and find out that the festivals were actually banned by the order. They really be gatekeeping this shit. And of course, we get to meet our lovely wife at the end of the performance. You do a little quick time event, and if you were one of the guys who failed it, tell me in the comments below how cucked you feel right now. How did you fail this quick time event? But anyways, we go back to the Man of Invisible and get our Joker mask. It was actually a date in disguise, who would have guessed. I guess this whole time Marina Sita is just to gather more wives. We then proceed with the festival and then get hijacked by our lovely wife Frolova. Why a wife, you ask? Because she follows us everywhere we go. Jesus forbids us to have 1v1s fairly, especially with women. Getting on with the festival, we start the Demon King strobe play and proceed forward like this is normal. Of course it's not normal. You think these pedestrians would understand common sense? Once we complete this romantic play and the Demon King is slain, we get bamboozled again by Frolova. Man, she really loves her surprises, huh? Well, then we fight the hidden boss and somehow end up winning all the time. For all we know, these practices could very well be counterparts to the Stellar Hunters and HSR, because they do jack shit in the story. We are nearing the end of Minnesota, and after the festival is almost over, we meet up with the maiden. After chatting for only a second, she leaves us like she's in some need of milk. These women love to be secretive. Might I be a little too misogynistic, but I love these women. Carlotta shows up, and we know how it goes. The night is indeed too short for a chat. We dip out of there as fast as we can and leave her to her duties. Indeed, a knight in shining armor. We meet up with Fenrico, the so-called honored one himself. Well, we get into some lore that I'm not gonna explain because I'm too dumb to do that. I'll just leave that to all you lore keepers out there. Of course, we find that our precious Volova is hanging out with another dude, Cristoforo. Turns out he's also a villain in the story. He gave off Mad Auto vibes, so I wasn't too surprised at the end. Well, this is the end of Renacita and the end of my video. So go ahead and like this video if you want more content like this, and subscribe if you want to keep up with this content. Although I don't do it all the time, I will always be here to share my input. Oh, I'll see you guys later. Peace out.